Wanda, aka the Scarlet Witch, is really powerful. Powerful enough that she turned an entire town into a sitcom, killed all the members of Illuminati, and gave an edge-to-edge fight to Thanos. All of these are in the movies. If I talk about comics, well, she's out of your league. But can she defeat one of the most powerful superhero teams in the DC universe, the Justice League? Justice League is no new to the game. They literally have gods in the team. Superman, the man who pulled the weights of many planets, Wonder Woman, the daughter of Zeus himself, Flash, the fastest man alive, Cyborg is made from a very powerful alien tech, and Batman, well, he's rich. All my fellow Marvel fans here might be thinking that if Wanda can kill the Illuminati so easily, then Justice League is just another piece of cake for her. Let's see. In Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, when Wanda was killing the Illuminati, she didn't kill them instantly because she needed time to think about which spell to cast. This means that her reaction time is slow compared to others. So if she ever came face to face with Superman, she's toasts. With Wonder Woman, well, they might either hit it off or she's toasts again. Flash toasts again. Cyborg might end in a tie as she can disassemble him, just as we saw in Snyder Cut. Steppenwolf tore him apart. With Batman, there are chances he might seduce her, but if she's in a bloodlust mode, she might actually turn Batman into a bat. Now, let's discuss Wanda versus these three: Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash. In Multiverse of Madness, we see that Wanda is tracking Doctor Strange but with a broken leg, which means that even if she is more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme, but her body durability is still the same as of a human or a little bit more. So, if she comes in front of any of these three, they might just zap through her and tear her apart in just microseconds. Superman once flew so fast that he reversed the spin of Earth, which makes his speed around 660 million miles per hour, which is approximately 98% the speed of light. Wonder Woman might not be as fast as Superman, but fast enough to kill Wanda. It all depends on her reaction time too. And the last, but not the least, the Flash. Do I really need to explain this? Wanda does not stand even the slightest of chance with him. He can think really fast, really fast. And once, when a missile detonated, the Flash ran into the city, carried about 500,000 people 35 miles away to the safety in 0.00001 microseconds. That is close to 13.5 trillion times the speed of light. So I think you guys have got your answer. Wanda might be really powerful, but her mind still takes time to process things. She might kill one or two members of the league if she faced them one by one, but altogether, she's toasts again. That's it for today, and if you guys want me to make another of these showdown video, do let me know about your nominees in the comments, and I won't ask you guys to subscribe. I think my viewers are smart already and they know the right thing to do. See you again next time.